Welcome back, guys. Good morning once again to everybody who join me for the first time. That's my Gilly. I hope he's standing all right. It's not protesting, right?
Yeah, Gilly is really talking.
Yeah, so they continue from where we stopped. Feels good to have you guys again on top of the show today. It's a Monday. And traditionally, you know, what we always do for this very moment, so we find ourselves. Now, that's how they talk about money. And for weeks now, we don't really achieving financial independence. As a matter of fact, we've been starting since October 1st, I guess. October, I know saying that week of independence, or before independence, I guess.
October,
Anyways,
yes.
So the cocoa is we are definitely going to be continuing from what we've been stopped. And today is a tutorial affair because we have our board standing, we have our marker standing. And of course, the financial expert herself talking about person with certified for the field, talking about the person we know they try to take us on top the journey, talking about that person will be saying the only interest where she get to make sure say all of us, whether you like it or you like it, get assets. Okay, I go reach there. Yes, now that journey she want to continue this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, join me as we welcome Barrister Mrs. Modupe Vincent.
Leave me today. Good morning. Thank you.
How you doing? I'm well.
You made me laugh so much this morning.
You know, wanted to do MC job. No, when you want to call this chairman, all these people, you have to hype them so that maybe at the end of the day. But I don't even know how to do it. She's all that can will teach me.
Yes, sir.
I'm not intending to stress
and you
my
add
life.
that one to your source of income.
I don't want to stress my life.
So our viewers, good morning. How you doing? And like Slim, you don't talk. Today in a tutorial class, and we see they continue for the journey, say make you achieve financial independence. And don't forget, we say that financial independence, now you get into that point where you have income apart from your primary source of income, which is in form of assets, meeting your expenses. Don't forget, even when income stop, expenses no go stop. So it is important, right from time, make you start to gather things, make you start to gather assets that will bring in money. And that's not the thing we want to look at today. So I'm going to ask us some questions, because anytime I ask questions, I see, people, it make people make them reflect. It make people make them think. So you are able to understand, okay, this thing where this person they talk about, no be just theory, now something where it is applicable to us. So I'm going to ask us these questions, and the first one where I want to ask is, do you have an income? I'm sure everybody will say, yes, now I get income. But if you don't get income, it will be very difficult, make you start on this journey. Except maybe you have people where they give you money, or maybe you come from a family where they don't put
everything down.
But if now for everyday person, you need to have an income. So I tell people, okay, we're going to even do that one, making money, and we will see the various ways by which people could they make money. Now, 3 basic ways: either you go for employment, you go into business, or investment. Any other thing will fall into one of these 3 parts. But it is important, make you have an income. So the second thing where I go ask, so if you don't have an income, start thinking, what can I do? How can I generate things? Thank God. So about last week, somebody tell me before, get income. I say, okay, what can you learn? Skill. During the COVID-19, he learned something. And now, he don't get ability to also be generating money. And small, that is how the journey begins. So the second one, they say, what type of income are you earning? So if you say yes, they get income, it's not enough say you they get income. The more important thing they say, make you understand the kind of income where you they earn. So we don't explain them. You go see them for the board today again. And the third one where I want to ask, we say, do you have assets where they produce income? Because the whole essence, the whole reason why you they get assets is because you want to have income coming from the assets. That's the whole story
essence of everything.
Where they talk about. Say move from this place to the other place. Is because there will come a time when you cannot be showing up. There will come a time maybe something happens that thing might even drop or even stop or even end. So we're saying get to that point where they say you don't walk ahead, But now you are in the place where you have worked and you have produced some things, and that thing now be the one where they generate income for you. So that's not the thing. And I talked about the R's of wealth as well. This investment where we talk about, like I explained last week, to say it ain't like water. Some like are rain, some are like ocean, different levels. So this investment as well, they get the kind of money, the income where they bring. We also categorize them as well. So when if I ask you what kind of income are you tell me passive. But even with passive, you still have like rent, like royalty. You understand? Those are the form. They are different. The way they bring in money, they are different. So you need to start where you are, and then you go to the ultimate. So that's not the thing. Don't forget as well that last week, we also talk about the 3 kind of people that you have. Some will say 4, fine. But I like to classify it as 3. You have the poor, you have the middle class, and you have the wealthy people, So you can be the poor right now, but I can tell you that there is a future if you take the steps into consideration. So don't forget income, expenses, assets, liability, cash flow. I'm bringing it back today. You understand? And then eventually, when you have all these things in place, you have to start thinking of protecting everything that you have. That is where insurance comes in. Because eventually when you have all these things, what is the essence of you having, you're a landlord, and then your house, something happens to the house, it burns down. Are you going to start all over again? So you have to protect even those assets. So that is where we are starting from today. And yes. So make you get our book ready. Okay? I don't know how. Okay, do I turn this way or turn? I hope you can see. So the very first thing, don't forget, is, like I said, is your income. So everybody must be here. For majority of people wait there for this income, they are starting with what we call end. Don't forget. End income. End. And this end income is usually your salary. It is usually your salary. Or what, in one of the R's that we talk about, we call it remuneration.
Still what comes in.
Still what comes in. Still what comes in. So you understand your kind of R as we are going on. So from this, most people are here. Even if you are having your own business, you are a one-man business, you are a barber, you are even a lawyer, you have your own business. Don't forget that if you don't show up, you'll never get money. So you can be a salaried person, or you can even be a business person and still be under this. Yeah. And this one, what you call in is your profit, which we call rate. So it is your profit, which we call it. We talked about the R's.
Okay.
So this is your profit. So everybody starts here. Everybody, except for if you had families who left something for you. We all start from here. But we're saying that move from here and move to the next level. This is end income. This end income is also called active.
Because if you don't show up, nothing
exactly.
comes in.
If you don't show up here, you cannot make your salary or your profit. So if you don't open your shop today, if you have a salon, you are a conductor. If you don't show up, you are not going to make the profits. You are not going to get the rate. You are not going to get the salary or remuneration. So it doesn't matter when we say that it's only people that employees. Even you yourself, you are still active. So we're saying move from active, move to, what do we call it? We're saying move to passive. And or portfolio. This one, it means that you have worked here, you have worked, now you are moving to assets. This one, basically, they are waiting with they call assets. So start from here. Even if it's 50,000, we'll look at it. Even if it's 50,000, how do I break it to start getting here?
To get to that stage.
So don't forget, I said Start from where you are. It could be 20,000 you are earning. It could be 50,000. It could be 250. It could be 1 million. You are starting from here. You must move here. If you don't get to this place, there is no way you can achieve financial independence. So in your mind, as you get that salary, start thinking, I am here. Start thinking, I must move here. It is not optional. It is a must. You must get to this place. So when you get to this place, we'll look at it. It will flow back here.
Straight up, we open the phone line so that you go ask your questions, make your contributions on top of the show. I know say all of us won't reach that stage where we say our money go they work for us. Not be say we go they work for the money. Everybody look out for that passive stage. That stage where we say, say even when you sit down for house, bag will see the entire account. Okay, so how that go take possible? Now waiting we don't the reason since the beginning of the show today. 08105-434-985, of course 081-7314-7589. Feel free to call us on top with Skype ID too. Maybe WAP TV. Okay, ma, so I don't know. We're hoping you could help us.
Yes, I want to just revise, go through waiting we don't talk again, so that people can have an understanding of waiting. Because this thing is important. If we understand this thing very well, we're on our journey to financial freedom, to financial independence. And this thing, even for young people, I dey tell young people, I beg, start even with your pocket money. For you. Yes, so. So I don't start. The thing where I talk about before, we say, income. It is very important. Income. It is very important. And I talk about the kind of income where we get. I said, now, 3 type of income. I talk about end income. I say most people, they start with this one, where they call end income. So salary people, these are the place where you belong. Now remuneration or salary, we they call this one, if you be in employment. If you get your own business, you are still under this place. Because if you don't show up, you no go earn. So now your own profit, or waiting we they call rate. That's not the thing where you they earn. And I say move from this one and move to the next type of income type, which we they call portfolio. We they call them portfolio or passive. But as I they go on, I go they lump the two together for this portfolio and passive. For majority of people, this is not the place where we they start from. But I say no start and end here. Start from here and move to this place. Even if na 5,000 you feel do, even if na 10,000, depending on your level. Don't forget, say we there for different circumstances. So my journey different from journey of Slimmy. So, but the thing we say, we all they move to this place. So that's not the thing. And when anybody gets income, now 4 things we feel do with that money. You can either spend money, you can waste money, you can save money, and you can invest money. These are the 4 things we which we do. Spend, waste, save, and invest. For these 2, nobody they teach us. I mean, who teach you?
At all.
Even small child, ask the child, give her 100 naira, ask her say what you want to do with that.
She get a list of things.
Nobody teach us this one. Nobody teach us this one. And how do we waste money? When we buy things that we don't need. When we buy things, we keep them there so the thing expire. You go throw them away. That's not wasting. But this one never comes naturally to anybody. When you pay bills, you are spending. When you are saving, it's different. So this one now saving and investment. I hope say we don't understand that one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? So we're moving to the next point. When we talk about portfolio or passive income, portfolio or passive, I go call them passive.
No.
Okay, so passive income.
Wait.
Okay. Don't worry, you don't equip me very well. So this one, this passive income or portfolio income They come in the form of investment or assets. They come in form of waiting. Investments and assets. Don't forget, say we talk about investments made easy. The reason why we hold on to that investment made easy because we want to make people understand this level. And then we are still coming back to investment made easy so that you go have understanding. So when they talk about investment, well, if you say now stocks or shares you won't buy, you go understand the kind of wealth or income where they produce. If you say now into real estate you won't go, you want to be selling land, property, you will know the kind of the kind of income, the kind of passive income you are having. So if you say you want to go into cryptocurrency, you want to go into forex trading, business, you go understand the kind of income for this passive income. If you say now royalty, you go understand. So that's not the reason why you need to understand this thing very well. Because under this passive income, you have what they call rent, where everybody understand. We have what they call royalty. And royalty is when you have rights to something. I write a book.
Yeah.
So that is royalty. You understand. Returns. You have shares. You buy shares. Things, the dividend when they come. That return. So you have an understanding of what this is all about. So that when you are thinking investments, you are thinking of all these things. Okay? I hope we understand this one as well.
Yes,
okay?
We do.
I beg anyone when you don't understand, put down your question. No?
Yes, so.
Because we go take questions as well, or the one where you don't understand that you need clarity for. So when we did go for this journey, I don't talk about them before. These things are very important. Income, it is very important. Understand income. We don't understand them small now. Income, it is very, very important. Waiting be income, don't forget. Then expenses, because people will say, will I not spend? Will I not spend? Will I not spend? You will spend. Expense, it is important. Assets. Assets, they're very, very important. What are assets? We don't talk them. See, the way you know what an asset or liability be.
One brings in money, one takes out money.
Exactly, thank you. And this one, you go understand that more when you think about cash flow. Don't forget, cash flow simply means the direction
where your money
they move. It they come in or it they go out. So anything that brings in money
is an asset.
Anything that takes out money, the liability. Some people they fight say, my house where they live in an asset. But ask yourself, is it bringing money? We are going to the place where, people need to pay tax on their houses. It's important to do insurance on your house. Your repairs on your house. It is taking money away from you. But that same house, if you turn them to renting, it becomes what?
An asset.
An asset. Liability, anything will take away money from your hand. So your car, is it bringing money or is it taking away money? So how you go know waiting something be, an item be? It's not by saying, okay, house is asset. No. Is it bringing money or is it taking away money? So anything bringing in money is asset. Anything taking away money is liability. So always think of your cash flow. How is it moving? Is it moving towards this way or is it going that way? Don't forget, we don't do cash flow before. Our statements. Our statements. Don't forget, say, if you need money, you are going into business. Nobody go ask you for your report card. What thing they go ask you for? Now this thing, we won't talk about again. So for everybody, okay.
Because it's not dry.
Now so.
Sorry.
Okay, so. Don't forget, our income they here. Our expense they here. What's in there for this column? Our assets and our liability. This na it. This now it. So think income for everybody. So when you get your money, whether your salary, whether your profit, when it comes in, it always flows in like this for everybody. How does it move?
Down.
It moves down. Which column? Let me use Slimy for example. When you collect salary, how does it move?
It goes into first of expenses.
Yes. And then how?
To liability.
To liability. And then from liability, that money don't go pata pata, so it is out.
Down.
Because don't forget, any money spent, it is gone forever. That money no fit come back. You know if you use that money again, it is gone. So that is why you must always think cash flow. And that is why it is important to make you get budget. Because your budget will help you to put all these things in place. For another person, if the income coming, it goes to expense, and then it flows to assets. And then from assets, where will it go to?
It goes back to?
It goes back to income. So you can imagine for somebody.
It's actually better.
It's actually better because eventually this one, as it's coming like this, remember we said that income is in 3 forms. End, right? And passive or portfolio. For the person where still they go to work every day, and it day for this corner, the money they flow out every time. What at the end of maybe 5 years, waiting the report card go read?
F9.
F9, 0. So this person, that is why he will have to keep working, and depending on other people. Financial independence is when you get to a place where you don't need to depend on anybody, or this place is now founding everything, including your assets and liability. And that is why you get 2 people. We'll start from there next week. You get 2 people, maybe Ayo and Emeka. They start work the same day. They end 50,000. What will determine where they are going is their cash flow. Because if Emeka understands and say, okay, I'm earning 100,000 or I'm earning 50,000, he decides it. He has a budget. He has planned everything. It may be difficult initially, but it is possible. He does everything. He knows that, okay, my expense. Don't forget, say expense today for 3. You get your fixed expense. That's not the one where you know if you do. I mean, do without. Okay, so.
Oh, Dove is already giving us signal.
In fact.
Okay, I think we'll just continue from Mayo and Emeka. Next week, Monday, right?
Yes, so.
Okay, so definitely our board is still going to be here next week, Monday.
Yes, so it's going to be
obviously, we've got a lot to do with the board.
Yes.
All right, but then we went quite far today, so I just want to believe all of us, because I see everybody been there so busy and engrossed with the discussion. It is okay for us to learn, but I just hope say as they learn, they put them into practice. Because me, I'm more of an action person. I like to see the product at the end of the day. So please make sure they put all of these things into practice. See you guys again next week, Monday, all things being equal.
And before then,
be money wise. And if you get any question, if you call her on top her number to ask her, if you still want to know more about this before Monday, you can just call her or send her messages on WhatsApp. I think that's preferable. That now details, that now contact. You send her messages. Sure, so when she know they're busy, she will take her time to reply all of them. Thank you guys for watching. Have a fabulous week.
Yes.
Love you.